Where were you? I went to San Diego. I stayed in 2 different hostels there. First one was in Pacific Beach, and that one was definitely my favorite. That one was really awesome, and plus it was right on the beach, so that was really cool too.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality.
The second hostel that I stayed at was in Ocean Beach. I did not like that hostel very much because it was very deceiving. The outside of it looked really colorful and really awesome, but then the inside of it, like, the rooms are super boring and the whole inside of it just looked like a dorm room or like a really boring hotel. I was in San Diego for about a week, I think, and then I also took a little trip to L.A. I was with 3 different people that I had just met. One of them is my brother's friend, and we stayed at the guy's great aunt's house.
Wake up feeling blessed up, pistol on that dresser, ain't afraid to show it, I'll expose it if I dress.
Who did you stay with?
At the first hostel that I stayed at, I had the 2 coolest roommates ever.
Is it a video? Yeah, I'm Ivan. Ding dong dong. Ding.
Like,
That's his thing.
That's Timothy.
I am Timothy.
the blonde dude was from Sweden, and the brown-haired, bearded man was from Australia. Then at the second hostel that I stayed at, I wasn't really a huge fan of my roommates. A few of them were cool, but the other ones were really creepy. One of the guys that was like, I don't know, 40 or something, I saw him naked like 3 times. He would just like take off all his clothes, just get changed. He would just be lying in bed naked. Like, it was really weird.
What did you do?
Watched birds. Wandered around.
Ate steak.
Visited places. Looked at hill.
Ate pizza.
Watched sunsets.
Walked on the streets.
Was there a lot of weed?
Yes.
Were you emotional?
On this trip, I definitely had lots and lots of emotions. When you're traveling to a new place, wherever it may be, I feel like emotions are heightened. Happiness is bliss, and sadness is misery. For example, just watching the sunset on the ocean was so awesome. I was just so taken by everything. Like, it got all these different colors, it's so vibrant. Definitely one of the most like intense feelings I had. It's complete gratitude and complete happiness for everything. Thousands of different feelings into one, and that's what causes this great gratitude. You don't need like drugs or anything of that sort to get you there. You can get there with your own mind. Anyways, I was very emotional. I started crying just happiness. And a different time that I was crying was this guy from my hostel had been homeless. He was telling me his story about like how he became homeless and how he became like addicted to these different drugs, and like his family wouldn't talk to him for that entire time. It was so interesting to hear his perspective and have him sit right next to me at this hostel. Like, I was just crying and crying because it made me so sad and just compassion. Like, and this other guy was telling me how he had to escape his country because it was so bad, and all these people started shooting at him. He was on some horses, and one of the people that was taking him cut a slit in his hand, and they put some really expensive jewel in there, smuggling jewels or something. Hearing these stories of people from all over the world and their backgrounds and how their country's government is, really extreme stories, it made me so emotional. Like, I couldn't hold back my crying. I'd also like to add that I've been having lots of deja vu, like constantly. Like, I've had deja vu like 3 times in one day.
What else have you learned?
I've learned lots of things. Learned that there's just so many people in the world, and some people you naturally connect with. I've been learning on this trip that there's no need to stick with people that you don't feel that connection with, or that you aren't intrigued by, because it's just kind of a waste of time, really. I also learned that things just work out. Like, even if they don't work out the way you wanted them to work out, somehow they will work out. Especially when traveling, things never really go as planned, but they always work out somehow.
What's next?
Next up, I am going to Mexico. My friend Sydney, who I've known since I've been 5 years old in kindergarten, she is coming to Mexico, and I am meeting her there. So, overall, my week in San Diego was such a cool experience.
What was it mean? Say where we're
Riverside Hilton. You don't answer it.
You have to say where were you?
Oh my god.